Your kids better be asleep so you can sit down and chill and relax. Listen to the Blue Raven talk to the people. Listen to all the voices in your community. Let the people talk. We'll talk Buffalo. And now, here is your host, the Blue Raven.
Here's my take on the Trump shooting. There's a lot to talk about of what went down, and a lot to say. At first, I was like, yeah, Trump got back up, waved the American flag. Yeah. And then I started to think about it. I'm like, wait a minute. And here's my take. Hold on, let me see here. Hold on for a second here. When I was in the Marine Corps, and went to combat and I got out, even up to this day, when I go to restaurants, I sit at a table where I can see all the exits. I sit and look at the windows. My sister graduated from college about a month and a half ago. So at Client Hands, it's an auditorium. There were hundreds of people there. I sit where the exits are, in the back. I park my car. When I go shopping, I park my car at the end of the parking lot so I can get out. Courtesy the top shooting. In my house, when I sit at the dinner table, I sit facing the door, facing all the windows. And the term controlling a window. To control a window, you have to look at the window. If people can see you and you can't see them, you do not have cover of that window. If that makes any sense. You have to look at the rooftops of your neighbors, just in case you have a sniper or a shooter on the rooftops. I just happen to look at my surroundings. I look at my neighbors' windows. If they could see you and you can't see them, there's a problem with that window. I know you got to get curtains. If you live in the suburbs, people leave their windows open. I never liked that. That's why they have plants and hedges all over the house. It's kind of hard to see through the house if you're a peeping Tom. You have to look up. You have to look. It's kind of hard if you are surrounded by plants. But me, when it comes down to cover, when it comes down to overhead check, that's something natural because of my military training. I'm just a regular guy. If you have the ability to see out of a window and they can't see you, you got control over that window. Again, I'm just a regular guy. I'm just a regular veteran. But a Secret Service agent, is trained to look for any furtive movements, anyone that is suspicious. They look at clothes. Listen, when it comes down to what has transpired, we got to talk about this. We got to talk about it. I know he's not a current president, but he is an important person. He's an important man. Okay, he's a public figure running for office. This ain't 1963. This ain't 1968. That was 60 years ago. Since President Kennedy was assassinated 61 years ago, coming up this November. We haven't learned? Come on. I don't buy it. You got this jabroni, skinny, probably weigh 100 pounds. I know it doesn't have much weight. It doesn't take much weight to pull a trigger. Clear as day, not a cloud in the sky, and he managed to go on top of a rooftop. As a Secret Service agent, they are to look at every window. First of all, it's a restricted area. So your Fourth Amendment rights is gone when you go into these rallies. That's a restricted area. They restrict that area. They have secondary restrictions. They check every roof. That's the first thing you do. And I got questions regarding the shot, the trajectory of the shot. How did other people get shot and killed? And I have my take on that too. At first, you know, as a man and women, we have the ability to be emotional at times. But then we just have to sit back and start to think, wait a minute. Wait a minute here. Something is not adding up. You mean to tell me that was the area? That was the area. You couldn't see that? As a Secret Service agent, you couldn't see that. You're trained. They get paid like $70,000 a year, $120,000 a year, from $70,000 to up to $120,000 a year to do this. Check on the rooftop. We're gonna. This was the position. Trump was right here in the yellow. The Secret Service personnel was right there. Where the shooter was, that's where your shooter should have been. The first thing you should have done was, we need a shooter up there. Perfect. You go to sleep, you wake up in training, you take classes, videos. You've been trained. You won't even have a baby carriage in that area without that baby carriage being searched. You won't even have a baby carriage in that rally without it being subject to a search. If you have somebody looking the other direction and everyone else is looking at Trump and you got one person looking at it, there's something wrong there. We need eyes. If somebody blinks wrong, he's suspicious. You are looking at every single body. When my family, we went to the lake. And when we went to the lake, They're like, Daddy, you going to be in the water? No, I'm going to be watching y'all. But here's the catch. I told them that I was watching them. Yeah, I was. But that's what I told my wife and my children. I'm going to be watching you guys. But you see, I wasn't really watching them. I was watching everybody else. You see, you got to be on this next step. Yeah. Watching my family, yeah, that comes naturally. But I wasn't just watching. I was watching everybody else. Get a phone call. Yeah, tell him to get out of that water like that. I was 30 yards, 40 yards back. I see everything. And when you have a Secret Service agent, just imagine you have multiple Secret Service agents and you have the lead Secret Service agent that's been doing this for decades. You mean to tell me 148 meters out, that's a target? You had a clear open shot and you just grazed his ear? And Trump's like, No, that's not how bullets are, bro. You're not going to be like, You're going to be going to the deck. And another question is, when the bullet grazed your ear, who was shot? You had people all around Trump, standing behind Trump. No one else was shot where behind him? By the way, I got another question. Why was everybody still standing around? Are you kidding me? If I'm at a rally with my kids and I'm hearing gunfights, we're out of there. We're taking cover. I'm using body shields. I'm pulling out the body. I'm pulling the body over me. I'm pulling the body over my children. Something. You're not going to... shit, you're my shield. Something. If I'm not... I may be fat, but I'm faster than you when I hear gunfire. They're standing around. What? USA! You are my ass! What? Ain't no time for that. When I hear pop, 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 man, I'm out of here. 4th of July is over. Firecrackers. We thought it was firecrackers. My ass. Man, shit. And you walk out of there like that? You walk out of there like that? I'm starting to wonder that the Secret Service agents were shooting at the people. The guy was shot. Yeah, I get it. Blood sacrifices are real. I don't know, man. I don't know. A Secret Service agent. It's impossible. Not on God's green earth. Now that is going to go down on an American Secret Service agent. They had the block. They had the whole area locked down, restricted area. And you got a secondary restricted area. That is no way you're going to have this happen. Hell no. 140 meters in the Marine Corps rifle range qualification, 200 yards is where our test starts. It starts at the kneeling, the sitting, and the standing at the 200 yard mark. And then at the 300 yard mark, the qualifications are sitting and kneeling. And at the 500 yard mark, it's the 10 rounds of prone position. 140 meters. 140 meters. That's close. You can see the whites of his eyes at 140 meters. You didn't see that? Secret Service agent? You couldn't see him in the prone position. You couldn't see that? You couldn't see that. That's what you're trained to do. That's the first thing you look at. Are you kidding me? That's the first thing you look at, and then you look at all the windows. And then you look at every single individual. When people come in to the rally to stand, they're searched. They're subject to a cursory search. You don't have the Fourth Amendment. Not next to the president. Hell no. You are in a restricted area. That's why when you start saying something out of line, you get tossed up out of there. Because that's a restricted area. They restrict things. And you had a shooter broad daylight. You had a shooter broad daylight like that? Anybody with a military background like that's bullshit. I had to think about it for a second. 30 seconds, I'm like, God bless America. God bless Trump. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Either it's WWE publicity stunt, or it's a conspiracy and the secret agents were involved in it. That's all I gotta say about it. I'm gonna be doing more videos. That's my take on it. Leave a comment, share, and subscribe to Real Talk Buffalo. I'm giving you updates of what's going on in my court case and all that. Still waiting on word for the appeals of New York. Court of Appeals in New York. I don't know. It's either fake or it's a conspiracy and the Secret Service agents are involved in this conspiracy. It's not just one shooter, it's a conspiracy. Has to be. If it's real, it's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy if it's real. And the shooter, you had that one shot. You couldn't miss. You couldn't miss. It's more of an accurate shot to graze its ear than of anything else. You have to be an accurate sharpshooter to graze that man's ear from where you were shooting. You can't possibly be that bad of a shot. And if that were to happen, who got shot from that grazed ear bullet? Where did that bullet go? No one got hurt from where people were standing behind Trump? Okay. Well. Leave a comment. Maybe I'm wrong. Please educate me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Till next time, y'all.
You are just watching Real Talk Buffalo perform live in front of a live studio audience. Until next time.